It's been 4 months since EA said they're undertaking large systematic changes on Apex because it was going downhill. So, has it worked? And honestly, you might be surprised. You see, tomorrow we're getting a brand new mid-season update for Apex, and it's going to be our biggest mid-season update in a very long time, and maybe ever. And that's because we have an insane amount of balance changes, a complete class rework, several big balancing updates to certain legends, and also a brand new weapon with a few more things. So, are the systematic changes real, and are they helping the game? Well, first of all, clearly Respawn have made a change in their communication and how they interact with Apex players, because for the last season they've been posting a lot of updates on things they're trying to fix and also patches on their Twitter, but also with the new trailer they also posted 2 mini dev updates on their Twitter profile. First of all, a mini dev update about the Skirmisher class rework where it showed a bit of Skirmisher class gameplay and the developers explaining why they did it and what these changes are, and they also posted a mini dev update about audio where a developer talked about their work to fix audio, what's changing in this update, and showed a bit of gameplay. So not only did we get the new trailer and the patch notes, but also 2 videos of developers directly explaining the changes, which is great for communication. And I'm especially happy about this because back when the Astral Anomaly mid-season update came out in Season 23, all Respawn showcased in the trailer was the skins and none of the balance changes, and they took no effort to inform the community of the big changes in that update, leading people to only believe the update was skins. So the fact that they've essentially done the opposite of this with this update and released infographics, mini videos, and showed the balance changes in the trailer is absolutely huge, and addressed one of my personal issues. Obviously, systematic changes won't just be how Respawn announce balance changes, so have they been improving the actual core of the game? Well, this season there's been a few good things and a few bad things going on. First of all, they've been giving away a lot more free stuff. This season, we've already had the opportunity to earn 40 free Apex packs, and in the second half of the season, we're going to be able to earn 40 more, although Respawn haven't really addressed the monetization in the game. It's still how it was, it's bad, you have to gamble for a lot of items, and I'm still not particularly happy. You can see Respawn are trying to improve the value of milestone events by adding heirloom shards to them, or multiple mythic rarity items within one milestone event, but I still don't believe this is enough. I think the price of milestone events needs to change, and the gambling needs to go. So I'm not happy with the monetization, but they have been giving away a fair amount of free stuff this season. And also the mid-season update will offer 2 free event packs in the reward store. For content, the content has been fairly solid in the way that Respawn are trying to actively balance the game to make it feel good. They're not just focusing on maps or legends right now, but instead the core gameplay and feel of the game. At the start of this season, we saw that Respawn completely changed the time to kill of the game to make it faster, which was a giant risk and the type of thing that killed Battle Royale games in the past. But despite some people disliking the change at the start, everyone mostly agrees that this change was for the better, although a few people wouldn't mind Respawn reverting that change overall. Also, with this mid-season update, they've finally reworked every single class in the game to make the classes in the game more important. Now you seriously have to consider what legend class you are picking and how it's going to affect your team, which is nice, it's some nice depth, and despite not releasing a legend in a year, which is quite frustrating, Respawn have reworked a lot of legends to make them more effective. They have done full reworks and partial reworks and mini reworks. For example, Lifeline got a full rework, Ash got a partial rework where she got a new passive, and then Alta kind of got a mini rework where they completely changed how all of her abilities function, but didn't change the actual abilities. The reason they have been trying to balance every legend and make every legend effective is because Respawn are introducing a legend ban system for pro games, where the most popular legend out of a certain match will get banned for the next match. So every legend in Apex needs to be viable. So I would imagine these balance changes are going to keep coming, and if you play a legend like Gibraltar maybe, we could be seeing a partial or a mini rework to them, which is absolutely great because Alta has been completely changed. Ash has been completely changed. These legends were some of the lowest picked legends, and now they've got new life breathed into them. Not to mention, Respawn have already done the same thing with the guns. They're very in touch with the gun balance from recently. They've been balancing the guns amazingly, and every gun feels worth picking up for the first time in a while. And they've even introduced systems to empower underutilized guns, with the accelerated hop-up, which spawns by default on certain low power guns that Respawn picks, just to make them that bit more powerful. Although there is definitely criticism to be had within all of this, because of course Respawn have been reworking a lot in the game, and in my opinion have have improved the game massively. This season is my most played season in several years. For context, it feels like because of this, the content has taken a backseat. We've not had a legend in nearly a year, we've not had a map update in nearly a year, and we haven't had a new weapon for several years. And obviously the legend reworks and the gameplay time to kill reworks are absolutely brilliant and change a huge amount, but it doesn't bring as many people back as maybe a new weapon would or a new legend would. So hopefully now the class reworks are done, Respawn pivot back into legends and start making really good legends. Respawn have kind of solved the fact that they don't want to release new guns. It's no secret that Respawn is kind of scared of releasing new guns into the game, and they don't want to add too many guns at once to clutter up the game, so they've been releasing temporary weapons like the Buster Sword, the Power Sword, the EPG, the Pulse Blade, which is a cool concept, but it would be nice to see a new permanent gun arrive to the game soon. It seemed at one point they were experimenting with a shotgun that shot arrows, but that seems to be scrapped considering that next season Respawn are moving the bow check to the sniper category, essentially killing the arrow ammunition. Because of all of Respawn's recent efforts, this season, season 24, was the first season in nearly a year not to see a player drop with the new season release, which looks bad on a graph. I mean, it just looks like the game's stagnating, but this is huge. So hopefully next season, when we get a new legend, which has been partially confirmed by Respawn that a new legend is going to be coming next season, we do see the player count not only stop dropping, but also climb. I feel like the base of the game has been improved enough, with the weapons feeling all viable, the class reworks, and all of the legends being brought back to a decent power level, along with the TTK changes, are great changes, but don't bring the same amount of attention to the game as a new legend or a new map update would. So hopefully next season we get a new legend and map update, and combined with all of the recent changes over the past few seasons, players come back and actually stick to the game, instead of playing the first day of the season and then leaving because they feel like Apex still feels bad or they don't enjoy it. Completely honestly, as an Apex YouTuber, over the last year up until this season, I hardly played Apex. I played it to record some gameplay and also played it day in and day out to record gameplay for my YouTube channel, but otherwise I'd have zero desire to play it and I'll just find myself playing single player games instead of Apex. But recently, I've genuinely had a drive to message my friends and be like, yo, hop on Apex, or even play solo Apex because it feels so smooth. So to answer the question from the start, have EA and Respawn actually made systematic changes to Apex that are saving it? Honestly, I doubted they were going to, but yes, they have. The game feels way better now, and obviously that's my opinion, but it's undeniable that Respawn have been working on the health of the game. Still, stuff needs improving, like the monetization. I still hate it. I haven't bought anything major from Apex in a long time. I used to buy every heirloom, but I haven't bought an heirloom since season 18. So hopefully that does see some improvement, but as it stands, it seems there is a clear renewed interest in Apex by EA. Considering EA have seen insane losses in just 2024, they've obviously realized that Apex is earning them good consistent money, and if we actually put effort into it and let Respawn have a bit of creative control, maybe this game can continue to grow and be a big money earner for a long time. And this is clear with the fact that the EA CEO said a few months ago, we are not going to do an Apex 2.0. And then a few months later, when they had a few failures, was like, actually, yeah, this Apex 2 thing, we're going to give Apex a big update that's worth calling it Apex 2. So the renewed interest in Apex from EA is clear, and at the end of the day, EA are the people that give Respawn money and also orders. So if EA has an interest in Apex, providing they recognize that Respawn need their creative control, that's how Apex came to be. Hopefully we continue to see Apex grow. But have you been enjoying Apex recently? Because a lot of this is opinions, but personally I have. And subscribe.